Hello. It is time for my favorite type of video of all, which is talking about next season's anime. Woohoo! Last season was kind of a whirlwind for me. I was just very busy in all sorts of different areas of my life, and the anime unfortunately kind of got left behind. I am attempting to watch 7 shows, but I am way behind on pretty much all of them. But I'm also enjoying all of them, and I'm really excited to talk about them. So there will be a big seasonal review video coming at some point, but it probably isn't going to be anytime soon. I'm still quite busy, and watching all those shows is going to take a lot of time. Making slides and everything, and recording that video is going to take a lot of time. But look forward to that. I am in such a good mood about anime lately. The recent KyoAni announcements of the third season of Maid Dragon and an adaptation of City, which is the manga from the creator of Nichijou, are just like beyond dream announcements, things that I really had no hope that would ever happen. I don't think either of those are coming out until 2025, though. And we still have one more season of 2024, which has been overall just a fantastic year for anime. I'm hoping this season will not disappoint. Let's plunge in, starting with the latest season of Re:Zero. I didn't know the show is still going. I have never really cared about it. I don't really like isekai. Okay, moving on. Oh, the Dan anime. Definitely gonna watch this. Despite being a very acclaimed and popular manga, especially kind of like among manga fans, I haven't read this one. I'd been meaning to a few times. It's been on my list of things to read, but just kind of whenever I had the time to pick up another pretty big ongoing series, there was also always something else that kind of came before it. And then when I heard this anime was announced, I figured, okay, I'll just wait and watch the anime. Science Saru, one of the best studios doing it right now, absolutely phenomenal, tackling all sorts of genres, all sorts of types of adaptation, amazing originals. I have complete confidence that they're going to bring everything everyone loves about the series to bear in a extremely Sakuga core, extremely interesting, extremely creative adaptation. So yeah, very pumped about this one. Very high hopes. And then I'll probably read the manga afterwards. So that's already a great start. I had something else to say about Science Saru. They they announced that they were doing something else. There was another kind of big surprise adaptation that they announced, but I can't remember what it is. If we go to the studio page, oh, the Sanda anime. Yeah, that's right. That's right. They're adapting Sanda. If you don't know Sanda, this is a manga by the creator of Beastars. She turned out to be really restraining herself on Beastars in terms of just how weird and off-putting and abrasive it is. With Sanda, she's really letting her freak flag fly, and it is phenomenal. One of my favorite manga running right now, honestly. So yeah, that's going to be fantastic too. They're just killing it, man. Okay, so that's great. Okay, the new season of Blue Lock, the Under 20 Japan League. I don't remember this arc being long enough to sustain an entire season of anime, but I suppose they can make the pacing stretch out to work for that. Sure. I'm still reading the manga. It's like interesting, but I'm hitting kind of a point of saturation where kind of the story beats are so familiar to me now. There hasn't really been anything like shocking in a while. But yeah, it's still well made. It still, hits those big action sports moments that make it enjoyable. So hope the anime can keep doing the same. Draw people in. Ah, yeah. It's been a long time coming. A long time coming. The full adaptation of Uzumaki. Now, adaptations of Junji Ito work have been pretty hit or miss. There was like that anthology thing that ran for a few seasons, I think. Yeah, the Junji Ito collection, and then a couple kind of more like specialized collections. They did a adaptation of Gyo. There was a live action movie of Uzumaki, which I've heard is pretty bad, but does have its fans. I think it's probably bad in a pretty entertaining way. But all of these things I would characterize as like not, kind of just more why not projects. that don't really have a whole lot of budget put into them, don't really have amazing production or animation or anything like that. Uzumaki seems different. It feels like they are really investing in this one. All the trailers have been phenomenal. It has the amazing ability to kind of capture his signature style of manga in the anime in a way that I really wouldn't have thought possible. I like that they're sticking to black and white. I think, they're just not really straying from a very faithful adaptation, but still bringing out a lot of the really, really creepy qualities through animating it, through bringing it to life. Yeah, banger. Should be great. I really have high hopes. It just seems like they're going to be so faithful with it, and the art style is so fantastic. It's kind of hard to imagine this being bad. And it's great because, Ito is becoming one of the big mangaka, especially in the West. All of his localizations are selling really well. I've noticed dedicated Ito sections in a lot of surprisingly mainstream bookstores and stuff. And this is, I'd say, definitely his most popular series in terms of long-running series, and considered by many to be one of his best series, too. So, big, big hyped for this. Airing just in 3 days. When was it announced again? I think it was announced, it's got to be like at least 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, in 2019, the 4-episode season was announced. Alright, good stuff. It's finally coming. The Bleach adaptation of its final arc continues. Sure. Cool. I'm glad that they're doing this. Bleach was such a cultural institution. It deserves to be fully animated, I think. Don't know what this is. Looks isekai-y. Reincarnation. Latent abilities. Prestigious Academy. So it's not Isekai, it's Gakko. Isegakko. Or just Igakko. Sorry. My bad. Okay, what is this? High school class, summon into fantastical heroes. Sure. Shangri-La Frontier. Oh, this is the one with the bird. Everybody liked this bird. Everybody was posting this bird everywhere. So this is, again, Isekai. I wish they would just put an Isekai tag. But it's your classic, we just went into a video game style. It's not like, hey, we went into a fantasy world that just happens to have all of the same mechanics and stats and progression and structure as a video game. So it's a little more honest, maybe. I can kind of respect that, but my interest remains at 0. Dungeon. Oh, this is frickin' the one with Hestia. Well, where's Hestia? If you don't have Hestia on the poster, nobody's gonna watch it. Oh yeah, sure, this girl's got boobies. But she doesn't have the ribbon. So who cares? Blue Box. So this is a weekly Shonen Jump series. And because it's a weekly Shonen Jump series, I'm reading it. I read that entire magazine like a psychopath. This is one of my favorites in the magazine. It's probably top 5. Definitely top 10 at least. It starts off, as your kind of typical unrequited love rom-com. It sets up, multiple girls who will capture his heart. And you might think, okay, yeah, that sounds stupid. I've read a million series like that, and they're usually pretty stupid. But this one evolves into something quite unique and quite beautiful, I think. It really focuses in on the sports aspect, where our main male lead plays badminton and our main female lead plays basketball. There's whole arcs and side stories and characters that just revolve around the sports plotline. And the sports plotline, I think, is very, very well realized. It gets into the mechanics of the sport. It gets into how you improve and how you practice and different styles of play. It dives deep into just the very essence of why do we compete? What are we trying to get out of competition, and what are we willing to sacrifice for it? It's a very raw and authentic series in a lot of these scenes, suffering defeats and dealing with injury and not being able to play to your potential, and the tragic feeling of running into someone who's just straight up better than you, and how do you handle that, and how do you keep pushing yourself forward. So already, I think as a sports series, it's very, very well recognized. I think, you know, the having two different sports too that I can kind of bounce back and forth between. That when he's playing badminton, you can have kind of a more humane story. Humane, that's not the word I mean, but you know what I mean. Like looking at her personal life and stuff and how they support each other, and back and forth alternating between kind of the more romantic plot line and the sports plot line. Very, very few stupid things in this. Like no fan service. The kind of love triangle-y aspects get sorted out in a satisfying and efficient way. It's not just kind of constant bait and switching. Really, really lovely. I think the art style is really nice. I'm kind of curious how the art style will translate into anime. In the manga, it's very fluffy, very kind of open air, lots of white space, a real sense of the emotions of the characters impacting things on the level of paneling and kind of how things are drawn and with focus. It's all very deliberate. It really feels very shoujo inspired. It's like somebody came to Weekly Shonen Jump and decided to write a shoujo sports rom-com. And I think that's brilliant because shonen rom-coms have kind of not progressed at all since To Love Ru, I would say. So yeah, I'm really curious how they're going to be able to capture that stuff in the anime. Telecom animation film. I didn't watch this. I didn't hear much about it. Yeah, this isn't like a great resume, I'm gonna say. These Lupin series were actually really nicely produced, though. So I don't know if... But they're not in a way that I'm like, and now they're ready to tackle Blue Box. Who's directing it? Okay. So yeah, somebody involved in the Lupin stuff. Kimi no Todoke? Okay. I don't know. The source material is so strong. I think there's a really good chance here. I think they could do an excellent job with especially the badminton sequences. They're already very, very well conveyed in the anime. Super tense, super action-packed. You really feel the exhaustion and sweat and determination and drive within these characters. Really, really hoping they can do a good job bringing that to bear. Oh, now this is very interesting. So I actually tried to watch the original Gun Gate Online because it was done by Studio 3 Hertz, which I guess they're not doing the sequel. But yeah, at the time, this was the show that 3 Hertz did right after Princess Principal, which in turn was produced soon after Flip Flappers. And this was on such a freaking hot streak where I just loved both of these shows. I was like, well, I don't care about Sword Art Online, but I mean, Studio 3 Hertz had kind of won me over at that point. I had to give it a chance. And no, not for me. And they've gone on to continue doing some good stuff. I've heard this is quite interesting. This is a fun franchise. This I really enjoyed. And yeah, now they don't have to do the second season of Gun Gale Online. So they got out of that one. So yeah, not interested in that. This is quite interesting to me. Really unclear kind of like how this came about or why. I don't think it's really part of the real Dragon Ball canon. You know, I don't think it's like kind of co-canon with Super, but I might be wrong. I don't think this has like a manga or anything. I guess it relates to this movie. I don't really get it. I can't really track what's happening in the Dragon Ball franchise anymore. The anime stopped, but Super kept going, question mark? And now there's this, and then there's also movies. So, I don't know. But, wait, what studio is doing it? Doesn't say. Okay, I mean, What I would like is if there was a really well-produced Dragon Ball series and its tone was more similar to the start of Dragon Ball where Goku is a kid rather than Z. I would be very, very interested. I think I would have a lot of fun with that. So if this is what that is, I am curious, but I kind of don't think so. Kimi wa Meido-sama. Maid who is all around the world finally finds a family. Only worth as a killer. Okay, former killer becomes a maid. How many of those are there? Like 5? Okay, sure. I don't know. Comedy, romance, slice of life. Those are good tags. From a manga, we can check out the manga. See if it is well liked. Ooh, pretty good scores. Very actively being scanlated. That's a good sign. Somebody loves it. Galaxy Degen Scans loves it. Who also does... Oh. Okay. But this doesn't have any of the real fan service-y tags or anything. By a new creator. Hasn't done anything else. I don't know. Could be interesting. I'm not like totally blown away by anything I'm seeing. But so far we haven't gotten a whole lot on the must-watch zone, so I'm like open to it. That's the manga. They did... Oh, Aren-san. Oh, Aren-san's getting a second season. Good for them. Nekopara. Okay. I don't know, maybe. Oh, Blue Exorcist sequel. Sure. This is Jobless Resurrection. Or I don't know. It's some sort of resurrection. No, it's not Jobless Resurrection. Something resurrection. Is it? I don't know. It's something. Alright, here we go. It's not Isekai and it's not a sequel. Oh. Hi. Okay. The poster's fun. The premise is fun. Let's check out the manga. Is the manga fun? Pretty good reviews. Fully scanlated. I kind of like that they're adapting something that's finished too, because it doesn't mean that they're just trying to like ride a hype wave in either direction. Like it's not just trying to promote the manga and vice versa, but rather somebody really liked this. This author sounds familiar. Oh, Tagwak! They made Tagwak, 16-bit Sensation, which we watched the anime of, and it was pretty fun. So I think they're kind of just getting picked up off the strength of the mangaka. Just kind of like all this guy's work is getting adapted bit by bit. Overlap with Tonikaku Kawaii. Huh? Okay. Done by Ashi Pro. Yeah, I don't know. Haven't seen any of this. Ah, Ikamusume. Well, there's a banger. That's what we're talking about. That's the kind of thing you want to see. And the F-Zero anime. Directed by this guy. Oh, he's working on Witch Watch! I have such high hopes for the Witch Watch anime. That's another top 5 in Jump for me right now. I can't say too many things are top 5. It's like top 7, probably. Okay. I have pretty high hopes for this. I think this could be a lot of fun. And I like Tagwak a lot, you know? And I'm sure there's Tagwak haters out there. It's like pretty silly. Definitely a rom-com that dragged on for a long time. But I enjoyed it. I just really like the characters. I like the designs. The Ranma remake. So this got... The OP and ED got leaked, I think. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think the Urusei Yatsura remake was a little polarizing. Some people were like, it's too modern. It doesn't have the charm of the original. I don't know, and I agree that it doesn't have the charm of the original, but that's fine. It's not the original. They're trying to make something new. I think it's kind of cool that they like leaned into more modern trends with, I don't know, just the way things are presented, cool screen wipes and super Sakuga in some spots, and just kind of like really clean, smooth animation. It's just neat. It's just like taking a classic story and presenting it in the style of anime at this time. You know, it's not like there's some perfect, harmonious union between when manga is written in the style of anime at that time, that it's like, well, that's the correct style for that manga. That's just as interpretive of any as anything else, right? It's not like one is more or less faithful to the manga. And I don't really have such sacred, holy understanding of any given adaptation. They're all just adaptations of the manga. So why not continue making new adaptations that are radically different in a lot of ways? And that's what I'm hoping for this Rama adaptation as well. I like Rama even more than Urusei Yatsura. This is definitely my favorite Takahashi work. Really groundbreaking series for me when I was like 10 or 11. My dad was dating a woman that worked in a public library, and she was able to get on hold somehow. I don't know how this works, but she was able to just get me like all the manga of Rama One Half from the library, which I just eagerly devoured. I hadn't read anything like that before. It was so goofy, it was so funny. You got to see boobies. But there was such heartfelt moments too, and I came to really love those characters, and I still love those characters. Plus, you know, the concept of a guy that turns into a girl. For some reason, I'm very fascinated by that concept. So yeah, I'm excited for this. It looks like it's going to be probably another super long multi-core season. Like, I started watching Urusei Yatsura, but I got behind, and now there's like so many episodes to watch. I'll probably get to it at some point, hopefully. And same with this. I don't know if I'm gonna set out to watch it right away. I don't know. I'd like to though. I love this series so much. But it'll run for a long time. I hope it attracts a new audience to Ranma. I hope it re-inspires people to enjoy this series, to explore Takahashi's work. You know, she's the goddess of manga, the only one that can stand on the pedestal with Tezuka, I think, in terms of just being a goddess. You know, she just has put out so many amazing series, so many genre-defining series, so many classics. And it's great that her work continues to inspire and continues to live on. This looks spicy. Yakuza stuff. Comedy, drama. Okay. I don't know. It's a manga. You can check out the manga. Suggestive. Oh, that's a high score, though. Award-winning tag. Interesting. Seems fairly actively scanlated. This might just be, you know, the end of the volume or something. It's hard to say. But it seems really well liked. I don't know. I'm curious. Getting official English publication, which is cool. I mean, it could be good. Studio Dean, you know, consistently batting singles. Not really the most impressive or interesting productions, but they don't usually bomb it either. I don't know. Could be good. Second season of something I have no recollection of at all. Detective stuff. Mao 2099. I think this has the aura of an original. So it's like Demon Lord battle, but in the future. That's kind of fun. Source is a light novel. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. JC Staff does some good work. This guy directed anything noteworthy? Just a bunch of episode directions. Alright. Got reincarnated as a villain. But this isn't the reincarnated as a villain series. That's like the Yuri one. This is just another reincarnated as a villain one. Okay. Three beautiful shrine maiden ecchi. Okay. Huh. This seems quite interesting. Yeah, this manga, I saw people talking about it. Yeah. It's the anti-geocentrism manga. God, I love manga so much. Yes, Orb on the movements of the earth. So yeah, this was quite well liked among people I saw discussing it. The score is lower than other things that I've gone, ooh, what a high score. But I think when it's like something quite literary, something with a very nerdy subject matter, and not something with like boobies, you still have to moderate your score expectations a little bit. It's like the people that are reading and scoring stuff like this are probably like a little more critiquing. And already MangaDex is one of the better sites for this. On my anime list, like scores mean nothing or whatever. So this side still is still to me a pretty interesting score. Yeah, nah, this is exciting. I think this could be a banger. Madhouse doing it is also fantastic. Really, really excited about this one. I am surprised that it's getting an anime. Sure. Okay, Demon Lord. Alright, sure. This looks sad. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is my wife is reincarnated as an elementary schooler. So this manga is quite well liked, and it's like much more interesting than the like 10 out of 10 I cried. It's definitely not a 10 out of 10 I'm a creep. But yeah, people seem to actually be pretty interested in this one. I think there's like potential. Could be good. Studio Signpost. What the hell have they made? This. They're just kind of in the business of adapting manga I like, I suppose. I actually quite like this series a lot. This is a very silly series, but it was a lot of fun. It's all about like target shooting. Okay. I don't know. I think it could be good. Because the manga has just got a good reputation. Well balanced. 7th season of Cacho, sure. Adventure thing, okay. Rurouni Kenshin, yup. The healer, blah blah. Looks like isekai stuff. I don't know. Sure. Sure. Cars. History. Maho Film. What the hell did they make? Huh. Okay. Let's make a mug cup. Transported into the past. Treasure Hunters. It kind of feels like it's the same as this one. No, this one. Magical Girl Show. Alright. Now there's a genre. We can work with. Based on a manga. That's a source material we can work with. Do a little investigation at least. Kind of well liked. I like this combination of office workers and magical girls. So she gets a job as a magical girl. It's getting officially released through Manga Plus. JC Staff and Studio Moe, which is new studio. I don't know. It's got more potential to me than any of these. Seems a little more interesting. Seems like it could be fun. It's something. More Love Live Superstar. Okay, sure. Second season of something. Sure. Mecha Ude. Studio Triff. What is that? Huh. Okay. That's a lot of stuff, but I guess this is some sort of mecha thing. They probably want the cube. They either have the cube and they want to defend it, or they're going after the cube. Sure. This looks like yaoi. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's something. I kind of like this art style. Is this a manga? Yeah. Premise seems fun. How I attended an all-guys mixer. 9? Now, here you gotta apply the other effect, where there's a lot of freaks on manga decks that anytime any gay male series takes off and is popular, they just go and spam ones. So pretty much all of the popular Men Loving Men series will have a big pool of ones. And this one, I guess, just skirts under the radar of not being popular enough that anybody's done that. But I don't know. This looks nice. Oh, it's been running for a long time. And every cover is just the three of them having fun. Okay, I don't know. I'm a little intrigued. I'm not gonna lie. That's something. Okay, Magic School from JC Staff. I mean, is this based on a manga? No, it's original. I don't know. I like a good Little Witch Academia. That's a great series. This is something like that. Angler loves fishing. Oh shit, fishing series. He gets hooked into fishing from Studio Nut. Studio Nut is good. They've done some bangers. Decadence. A friend of mine just started watching Decadence. Bullbuster I wanted to watch, didn't get to it. And actually that's it. I know the frickin' little girl Nazi show or whatever is quite popular, but it's so outside of my taste that I don't really know anything about it. But it probably has good production. This is like an original. Fishing, you say? Ooh, I do love some fishing. Mahjong! Oh my god. What? Huh? Huh, okay. Let's see if it's getting scanlated. A lot of Mahjong series get scanlated. There's some killers out there that love to scanlate Mahjong. And it was a while ago. Lion's Ridge, that actually sounds really familiar. Ah, yeah, doing some Kurosawa for a while, that's why. They did Koizumi back in the day. It was another great Mahjong series. I mean, I love Mahjong. It's been quite a while since we've gotten a true Mahjong anime. Maybe since the last, like, Saki adaptation. Kind of want to watch this just because I haven't watched a Mahjong anime in quite a while, and that's, like, just a really comfy, fun time. But, I don't know. I'll give it a try, maybe. Weird magical girl thing, it seems like. Another studio I have never heard of that is just starting to do stuff now, based on a manga. That'll give us some intel. Okay, not great reviews. Oh, but that's because nothing has been localized at all. It looks kind of fun. It finished, like, a while ago, it seems like, because there's only 5 volumes, and it started in 2017. So the fact that they're making an anime of it now is kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It's like a little interesting. He's a cowardly teacher, and everybody wants to prank him because they're all monsters. Now that sounds great. that actually just sounds like a barrel of laughs. Pretty good reviews. People actively scanlating it. This, I guess, is the pre-serialization webcomic. Done by Studio. I keep looking at the manga page. Satellite, which hasn't done a whole lot. I was kind of curious about watching this. It seemed nice. Oh, they did Symphogear, where they were involved in Symphogear in some capacity. Okay, I think that has potential. Ooh, I didn't know this is getting adapted. Okay. This is a manga done by the writer of Dr. Stone and Eye Shield, which are both really fantastic. And then drawn by legendary artist Ikigami, who's 80 years old. So that's pretty cool. It's quite a cool team up. This guy has been, a legend of manga for longer than any of us have been alive. And Eye Shield's fantastic. Dr. Stone was fantastic. I have every reason to believe that this manga is great. It just recently started getting localized. I saw a volume of it in store yesterday, actually. And yeah, I've always been curious about it. I'd like to start reading it, or maybe I should just start watching it. Studio Madhouse as well. Yeah, this is kind of a slam dunk, I think. Bumps into Another World. Second season of something. New Prince of Tennis sequel. Slime turns into girl. Slime girl. More Idolmaster. More golf. Dog. Oh, that sounds cute. Is this a manga? It is. Tono, Hey. Okay. I don't know. The art looks nice. I like dogs. I don't know. More Thunderbolt Fantasy. I want to watch all of this at some point. I've seen a bit of it, and I was really, really super impressed. If you don't know, it's like the extremely detailed puppets being controlled by super expert puppeteers to play out kind of a Final Fantasy-esque, insanely over-the-top supernatural battle series. Really cool stuff. Pink Mushroom Dog. Well, we do love dogs. Based on a manga. So you can check that out. Nope. Almost revealed my private conversations. No scanlation. Huh. Sea Station? What do they do? Yuru Camp. Right. Hey, well, I don't know. Could be fun. Who's directing it? Okay. So it's somebody that worked on Yuru Camp. Okay. Huh. It's a movie adaptation. Oh, these are the people making the Roboco movie. Hell yeah. Looking forward to that. Love me some Roboco. Also top 5. They're all top 5 in Jump. Panda. We got some shorts. This guy. Toilet Man. Wait, is this Toilet Man? No. Wait, yes? I can't remember. Banana. Oh! Noble Farmer Season 2! We watched the first season of this, and I loved it. And because I grew up on a farm, I could go, I did that. Oh, I did that. Or more frequently, I'd go, I went to my friend's place, and they were doing that. And then sometimes it would be some Japanese thing, and I'd be like, I don't freaking know. We never had to chase away boars. We never had to chase away bears. Okay. Yeah. I've heard of this. This is a manga people like. He becomes a cat. Kid stuff. Second seasons. I'm not watching any of this. Although I would like to watch this at some point, or read the manga. It's the mangaka of Biscuit Hammer and Spirit Circle and all of that. Movies. Sure. Oh, they're making a movie out of that one. We were just talking about that one. Boat Club. Sure. Kamen Rider stuff. Bang Dream compilation movie. Soccer. More Love Live. What? Oh my god! There's a Molcar movie! There's a Molcar movie! They better bring this to North American theaters, motherfucker. Look, Robo self-driving Molcar. Whoa, no. Ho, ho, ho. Alright, that'll be frickin' A+. Marina Zuma, sure. Watching this already. Good so far. Very much enjoying it. Good adaptation. Love the manga. Love Inyo Asano. Hitori Bochi! No, Another World. Yeah. Rising Impact. This is a golf series that I think did pretty well in Jump. It's kind of the most successful Jump golf series yet. They keep trying. Robot X Laserbeam did okay, despite having the pedigree of the Kurokono basketball guy making it. I think it made it like 60 chapters. Very recently, Green Greens, which I thought was a really lovely series, got canned after like 25 chapters. Kind of a cursed genre, but Rising Impact did okay. So I guess they're adapting it now. Sure. I don't know. There's a Nintendo Switch. I like the Nintendo Switch. Gundam thing with like weird CGI or something. Space Battleship Yamato. Okay, sure. A Duel Masters anime. Interesting. I guess there was already one. Okay. There is our season. Let's make our little list here. Some good stuff. Not too many that I'm like 10 out of 10, gotta watch it. Let's call this one could be good. We'll put reasons. Manga very highly praised. Science Saryu. Good Ito adaptation. LOL. 4 episodes though. Basically because I always end up copy pasting this over into the Discord for my anime club. I might as well include these reasons so I also don't forget. All these sequels. Blue Box. I like the manga a lot. Nice sports rom-com. Da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum. 365 days to wedding. Wagok. 16-bit mangaka adaptation. Let's see if I want to watch Rama. orb. Very highly praised manga. Madhouse. Wife is elementary schooler. Put this in, might be good. Manga well liked. Ba-da-da-dum. Bum bum bum. Ba-da-da-dum. Magic Girl show looks fun. All boys mixer show looks gay and fun. Mahotsukai Magic School looks fun. Negaposi Angler Fishing Studio Nut Tohai Mahjong. Oh, I didn't look up the studio. Or maybe I didn't. There's just nothing. And then I forgot about it. Yokai School. Manga well liked. Looks fun. We're gonna put this under could be good. Highly praised manga. Madhouse. Do 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 do. Ba do do do. Ba dum bum. Ba da da da. Okay, I think that's about it. Oh yeah, yeah. It's nice to have a short in the mix for Anime Club. And I think that was it. We'll scroll down to the OVAs and make sure. Also, did you know there's gonna be a Molcar movie? Yeah. Okay. I think that's about it. Overall, I'd say pretty interesting season. Let's watch some of these at least. And then let's finish freaking watching ones from this season. Let's finish watching the 7 shows that I picked up this season and talk about them, which we'll do sometime. See you then.